welcome back to Big Mouth Marketing. I'm Brian Wildermuth, your host, and I am still here in Austin, Texas at the Prudential Real Estate Sales Conference. Excited to be here today with Larry Flick. Welcome, Larry.
Hi, Brian. How are you?
I'm doing great. Are you enjoying the conference?
I am.
Good, good. Larry, you're with a prestigious firm, Prudential, Fox Roach, and you've had a lot, if not everything, to do with building this great company. I was reading up on your company, one of the oldest in the country, right?
Go back to 1886.
It's a long time ago.
It was a long time ago.
We had a broker on the other day from Calgary who was sharing that his company had started in the late 1800s, and I thought I had heard something different. I said, that's long-standing. So, but over time, you've built more of a home services company rather than just real estate. Is that right?
We have. We started diversifying our business in the early 80s, and so we've been fortunate that we've had a diversified business for 27, 28 years now. It's been extremely helpful in good times and particularly in some of the more challenging times that we've just been through.
So what does that involve? What are the different elements of the company that kind of bring you a more holistic offering to the consumer?
Oh, we have 6 different operating businesses and then a charitable foundation. So we have Prudential, Fox Roach, which is our anchor company, Trident Mortgage Company, which is a large mortgage banking company, Trident Land Transfer, Title Insurance, Trident Insurance Agency. Then we have an asset management business. It's a national asset management business. And we have a relocation company. And then we have Fox Roach Charities that is dedicated to giving back to the communities.
That's fantastic. Now, having spent quite a bit of time in the title insurance industry, I know that it's challenging initially to get agents within an organization to channel their business to the companies that are owned, company owned. And I understand the rumor has it that you have a really good agent participation. So,
thank you. We do. We're very fortunate. I think there are a couple components of that. One is that we know if an agent is going to trust their referral to us, that we have to deliver best service at a competitive price. And so we asked the associates to give us the opportunity to prove that we can deliver top-notch service and actually add value to what they offer the consumer through convenience and simplicity. And we've been able to do that since the mid-'80s, and it's part of the culture, it's part of the fabric of our company, and we've been very fortunate. Talking about title insurance, we wrote the title insurance on 73% of our buy-side transactions last year.
That's really impressive. As I know, most firms that do have their own title company are lucky to get in the 20 percentile. So
we're fortunate that we have very good people in terms of the service delivery, and we're also very fortunate in that the sales associates have learned to really trust us that we'll do the right thing for their clients.
I would assume then that because you have I know you have #1 market share in your region, right?
Yeah.
So I would assume that a lot of that has to do with that holistic offering. And is that how you go out and recruit in the best agents? Is that part of the formula?
Well, it is part of it, but not all of it. Now, our view is that our sales associates are the customers of management, and we succeed by attracting and satisfying the best sales associates and helping them to add convenience and simplicity through making recommendations to Trident. So it's a twofold process. When the web came about and we lost exclusivity of the information, then we had to adjust our value proposition, and we think that value proposition is trust and knowledge coupled with convenience and simplicity.
That's fantastic. So now, speaking of the web, are you guys having to continue to innovate now with social media and all these things? Are you able to get the agents kind of jumping on board in the right way?
I think we all have a similar challenge, which is it's sort of the tip of the iceberg. And to me, it's the tip of the iceberg coupled with Gen Y, which is the next generation that's going to impact our business in so many ways. And so we have some people who are very advanced in social media, and others who have heard about it and want to learn about it, but they're still like scratching the surface. So we have people both ends of the spectrum.
Broad spectrum. Well, you've got, speaking of Gen Y, I think you've got a couple grandkids, don't you?
I do.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, I've got some kids, and that's all they do. They're sitting there texting all day long.
It's unbelievable, really.
It is. I'm overwhelmed by it myself. I haven't figured out how to use it all. But tell me briefly about your charitable foundation. I was reading that you've donated a significant amount of money and time to the community. When did you start that?
We started in 1995. We really borrowed the idea from Windermere in Seattle, and we started a charitable foundation, and the sales associates are encouraged to donate a certain amount per transaction. We match it, and then part of the money is donated. It's all given back to the community where we earn our money, and our focus is on children in distress. And part of that money is actually allocated to the sales offices, and they will make a donation in their local marketplace, and then part of it is administrated by the Board of Trustees, and so we do something in the macro Philadelphia area. And so I'm very proud of our company and our sales associates, because since we started in 1995, we've given away approximately $3.5 million.
Wow.
And in addition to the donations, we close the company down one day a year and go work in the community.
Oh, that's fantastic. It's good to give back to the community, especially a community you grew up in.
Thank you.
And my last question for you is where do you see the market in your part of the country going, in the greater Philadelphia area and the surrounding areas that you serve?
The Philadelphia market was spared some of the worst. And the headlines you read about Las Vegas, California, Arizona, and Florida, our MLS sales are down approximately 50% from the peak. However, prices have only been down about, depending on the submarket, 13–15%. So had a dramatic decline in sales, but not so much in price. And our market bottomed last June. Sales last 6 months of the year up 16% over the previous year. Prices are stable, and we think that 2010 is going to be a significantly better year than last year. We're forecasting an increase in sales of approximately 11%, and it's a great time to buy a house, as I hope most people know. And there's been some concern voiced about what happens after April when Fed stops buying mortgage-backed securities and the tax credits expire. I don't think that the government's going to withdraw those props unless they feel that there's a sustainable real estate recovery, because they know that there has to be a sustainable real estate recovery for a sustainable economic recovery. And so my view is the support systems will either be extended or they won't be needed, because we'll be in a sustainable recovery.
Oh, that's good news to hear, I'm sure. Well, I know that your firm will continue to experience great success with you at the helm, and thank you again for sitting down with me today.
It's my pleasure, Brian. Thanks for having me.
And thank you for listening, and hope you enjoy the rest of the conference, anybody who's watching. And don't forget to keep marketing.